Good evening or good afternoon. It's a First Alert Weather Day. I'm meteorologist Brent and we're going to use this time to talk about the weather because we have a snowstorm on the way. Well, it's a clipper system, but it's going to be a quick-moving system. And with the cold air in place, we're going to have a little bit of a fluff factor to the accumulation. So I think we're going to see some accumulations pile up in some areas. We're going to start off a look at our 4 sky cams here. Six Flags, Springfield, Bradley and Foxborough. It's quiet right now. You can see not much snow on the ground either, but that's going to be changing as we head into the overnight. And by Saturday morning, it's going to be gone. So we'll touch on that in just a bit. Zooming into Six Flags, you can see pretty cloudy right now. We do have a few breaks, and we saw a little bit of sunshine today, but it was generally cloudy, and it's cold. Currently in Springfield, 22 degrees with a calm wind, so there's no wind chill. One thing I want to point out, though, our dew point is 4 degrees below zero. So this is a very dry air mass that this system is moving into, and we're going to have to saturate a little bit. And I think once we do, the snow will really pick up as we head into the evening and overnight hours. Our visibility right now, 10 miles, so it's clear. Looking at your weather headlines, we're going to have snow overnight from a clipper system, generally thinking about 3 to 6 inches here in the valley. We're going to see slightly more to the south and west of Springfield, and I'll give you the accumulation map in just a bit. Dry for much of the weekend once we get that system out of here. And then it's Sunday night into Monday, we're going to be talking about our next weather maker, which will start off possibly with some freezing rain, changing to rain by Monday morning. Looking at temperatures across the region, it's cold, right? We're in the teens and 20s right now. 22 in Springfield and Westfield, 20 in Northampton, 17 in Shutesbury, 17 in Orange, Heath, and Pittsfield, and it's 20 in Great Barrington. So the snow is going to start to move in from the south and west, and I'll show you that on the radar here in just a minute. Our wind speeds are generally light to calm, 5 miles per hour from the north, Westfield, and that northerly wind is coming from a high pressure system that's off to our north in Canada, and that's supplying the very cold air for this system and the dry air too. Here's the dew points. We're going to have to get these to come up a little bit to get the snow going because we're going to have to saturate the atmosphere. Dew points are below zero, so that shows you how dry this air mass is. And this system is moving into that air mass, and it's going to saturate, and we're going to see some warm air advection, and that will raise the dew points. But temperatures will stay in the 20s as we look at our hour by hour. We're starting out in the 20s now. We're going to remain steady into the low to maybe some mid-20s as we head into the overnight. Snow moves in around 6 to 8 o'clock, and it will start off once the atmosphere saturates and become heavy pretty quickly, moderate to heavy at times. Some areas could see snowfall rates approaching 1 inch per hour as we head into the late evening hours. And you see that on year 24. Snow coming in from the south and west, pretty much filling out the entire region by about 8 o'clock. From Orange down to Westfield in the upper teens to lower 20s with snow. And you can see those dark blues signifying some moderate to potentially heavy rates of snowfall. And wherever that heavy band sets up and kind of pivots, we could see our heaviest snowfall accumulations. And that quickly moves through and then continues through the overnight. And then by 3, 4, 5 o'clock, you start to see it becoming more scattered with temperatures in the 20s, but it's still snowing. And then by Saturday morning, it's gone by our Saturday morning newscast, and temperatures will rise into the afternoon into the mid to upper 20s, possibly about 30 degrees, with some sunshine breaking out. So we'll quickly clean up the snow, and then the sun will break out. So a nice day to head out tomorrow. A little chilly to play in the snow, but make sure you're bundled up. Looking at our satellite and radar, nothing really showing right now. We're going to watch this continue to, there's the storm system across New York. This is going to slowly advance to the north and east as we head into the overnight hours, into the evening and overnight. And that's our snow that's going to impact us as we head into the overnight hours. It's a quick moving system, as you see on our futurecast. There's that high pressure to our north that's supplying this very cold air mass across New England, cold and dry, and just enough for this system to produce snowfall. And again, that colder temperatures, that allows the snow to be more fluffier, and it tends to pile up a lot quicker. So that's why our accumulations have gone up a little bit over the past day or so. But this low is tracking right well off to our south, off to Delmarva, and that'll quickly move out by Saturday morning. It's over. By Saturday morning when we wake up, most of the snow is gone, I think, by 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And then we could see some breaks of sun developing late morning into the early afternoon. So for tonight, moderate snow, potentially heavy at times, especially into Berkshire County and portions of western Hampden County. It's cold with a light breeze, so no wind expected with this system. 18 for our low with a light north wind. Tomorrow, snow ends early, as I said. It's cool with a light breeze, about 30, and a light north wind as well. So here's our weather alerts. Some of these have been expanded as the day has progressed. So we have a winter storm warning now for Berkshire County and western Hampden County. The rest of the area is under winter weather advisories. But you can kind of see the swath of snow that this system's creating with these winter storm warnings. And down towards Connecticut and New York City, they're talking about some big snow totals there, potentially up to 9 or 10 inches in some areas. And we zoom in locally, you can see the advisories for the valley. Western Hampden County is under a warning, and Berkshire County as well. And just this means is the criteria is where the heavier snow is going to fall is where the winter storm warning is. Lighter amounts, and I say lighter, but still moderate for much of the valley with the winter weather advisories. So here's our snowfall forecast, and you can notice the tight gradient across the region, as there will be a tight gradient to this system. So 2 to 4 to the north and east, a general 3 to 6 in most of the valley from Springfield up to Greenfield, and then I think we'll see some of western Hampshire County and definitely western Hampden and Berkshire County 5 to 8 inches. But there's the jackpot 8 to 12. In some areas, if a really heavy band sits and pivots over that area, I wouldn't surprise someone sees 12, 13, 14 inches. And it's a quick hit, but the fluff factor is what piles that really up quickly. So here's our weekend forecast as we head into the weekend. Saturday, again, the snow will be gone by Saturday morning, and we'll see sun breaking out into the afternoon. It's dry, it's chilly, about 26 to 32 with a light north wind. And as we head into Sunday, a little bit warmer, about 32 to 38, still cool, chilly, a little below average for this time of year, but we start off about 11 degrees, frigid on Sunday morning, and we warm into the 30s. But notice we're staying right around freezing, and that's going to impact the next system that moves in Sunday night, as we expect a low pressure that's going to track to our north and west instead of tracking to our south like this one is. So that's going to bring in warmer air, but initially there will be some cold air down at the surface, and sometimes that cold air is hard to scour out, especially in the lowest elevations because it's so dense, right? So we could see a period of freezing rain on Sunday night for some areas. Let's get through this first system first, and then obviously we'll talk about more of this over the weekend. But a period of icy mix changing to rain is what it's looking like, but some areas here, especially where that cold air is tough to scour out, could see a potential period of freezing rain with some icing conditions expected. And then that system moves through with more rain expected on Monday, and another chilly shot of air comes in for Tuesday, and you'll see that on our 10-day forecast. So again, tomorrow morning, just a morning snow shower. I think most of the snow is gone by early morning. By the time the sun comes up, a high of about 30, and then we're chilly, about 8 degrees on Saturday night. Sunday, it's dry most of the day. I think some freezing rain develops late in the evening into the overnight, and that will generally have a tendency to change to rain as we head into Monday. But we have the potential for a first alert weather day because of this messy system. Temperatures potentially up into the 40s by Monday, and then we're cold again with windy and flurries Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think we'll see some lake effect to our west, and some of that could move into western Mass, but temperatures will remain chilly in the upper 20s to lower 30s, and some snow showers around, and then drying out as we head into next weekend with temperatures about average for this time of year. Maybe some rain and snow by next Monday. We'll be back for our evening newscast. Be sure to tune in. I'll have the latest on the winter storm impacting our region. We'll see you then. Have a great night.